EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They run again with Harris. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You look at this Browns defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On third down, Jackson. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Moore the motion man. Now a first down throw, Watson. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now, this defense for the Ravens, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
To throw on second is Watson. And his throw is incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Alert!
Watson now to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Najee Harris, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a first and goal.
Yo. You are X. Shut up.
Now it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A little second effort there on the strong run, and then drop just inside of the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
In motion right, that's Williams. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. Williams, a man in motion right. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. He's got it to Williams. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. Touchdown! Mike Williams from 19 yards away. And the Browns are back within a score.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Browns 7. Cade York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down. The Ravens at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big... Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Oh, and it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Watson changing the play. They'll run, and he loses the football a second time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
It's it on! 13.
Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
That's taken in by Duvernay. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That is caught. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Second and 9. Now it's Watson. Fighting to stay upright. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was brought down by Nolan Smith. It's a gain of a yard.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Brown 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Browns are going to get the football here at their own 23.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this, because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 26. A 3rd down gain of 19.
1st down, Browns.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Set.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Down the right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. They'll toss this out right to Walker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. There he goes left side. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 63 yards. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Round 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, here's Walker. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Walker with another carry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Get you ready.
And they take a knee. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all